Ah,
Can you able to see all? High voltage for shift
yeah.
generation, conversion, transmission, distribution. Okay.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah. Actually, this is for the last unit and present unit. We have to start with the high voltage. I'll go to the corresponding slide. This is what we have to see. That is the layout. In any ship, this is a basic layout about a high voltage system. We already theoretically we have seen that how it be, what is the need of high voltage, and why there is a circuit breaker, how a bus bar and etc. will be connected. Here, as I already told, if any power requirement, say for example 20 megawatt means the 20 megawatt will be divided into four different generators. If you're able to see the upper portion, here there is a four generators are there. They are all called main generators. Each may be having, suppose 10 megawatt means 2.5, 2.5, 2.5. Suppose 12 means 3, 3. So the very idea behind this concept is, if any one generator fails also, with the help of other generators, the propulsion should not be stopped. At any cost, the propulsion should not be stopped. That is the very purpose of this using these generators. All these generators were connected to a main switchboard. You can see that SWBD. That is nothing but switchboard. So here 6.6 kV voltage. So each generator voltage, rated voltage is 6.6 kV. Usually bus bar will be mentioned only the voltage and the frequency, will not be the current rating, because each generator may vary with the capacity. Suppose this may be 2 megawatt, one may be 5 megawatt, one may be 1 megawatt, or another one may be 10 megawatt. So each is having a different current capacity. So, but as far as bus bar is concerned, as I
ಅದು
mentioned,
ಹುಡುಕ್ಯಾರ್ಲಿ ನಾನು
hello, hello, any problem? Hello. Okay, here we are using a 6.6 K. Okay. So this frequency and voltage should be same. From that, the small type of motor is there, no? Small type of motor. Okay, that is especially it is a motor. Usually that motor is associated with the cooling purpose. Say for example, the entire system, this is a power electronic system. Say for example, if you see the propeller, this is a motor, induction motor. Okay, star connected. Star means stator also star, rotor also star. Here also star connected. Suppose if it is a synchronous motor, means we have to give the excitation also. So stator, rotor, that rotor should be supplied with a DC excitation. Okay, the DC supply by means of a collector and alternator. A small alternator is connected. From that alternator, we are connected on rectifier. Rectified voltage is applied to a, for the field excitation purpose we are having. So there is a two propulsion motor. These power supplies. So whatever is the power supply that is connecting these two motors, they are also having interconnection. So suppose there should not be any unbalanced voltage. So always should be a balanced voltage should be there. So in order to maintain a balanced voltage, these are also interconnected. And apart from that, there is a one auxiliary generators also. So the main purpose of auxiliary generator, we all know that at beginning we may be in the need of very high amount of power. Okay, so in order to overcome the moment of inertia, dead weight, okay, very high amount of power. Later, some of the generators may be cut off. It is only to maintaining the propulsion. Okay, here, as we know that huge amount of switches, electronic, power electronic switches are associated. So before we feed the particular to the motor, there is a need of one harmonic filters also. So the power supply should be completely free of harmonics. So either to motor or to the converters or for the DC excitation that is from the alternator, any supply, whatever may be the electricity that goes into the system, that should be free of harmonics. So that's why there is a one harmonic filters also is there. Okay. Here, one emergency generation systems also is there. So even though this usually will not be in a regular working condition, this will be coming to the picture only there is a need of emergency. Say, for example, a huge amount of power required to break ice. So you know the Antarctic region and all. So a normal propulsion power alone may not be enough. At that time, additional apart from the auxiliary generation, there is some additional amount of energy also is required. So some emergency situation because they may not know where all this iceberg and all will be available in especially in the cold region. Suddenly, if it is exposed to the situation, ship is exposed to the situation, we have to generate additional power. For that only the emergency generator also is there. So that is with a 440 voltage 50 hertz. Of course, that can be using a transformer. It can be uh, step up. That is why when it is connected to the common bus bar 6.6 kV, usually the secondary side of the particular transformer will be 6.6 kV 60. And apart from that, whatever the power, remaining power that can be taken for other purposes, other purpose of the ship. So this is how the entire high voltage system. So generating stations are there. Four different main generators are there. These are all connected to a common switchboard or bus bar, which is 6.6 kV 60 hertz. There is a two propulsion motor is there. This is a minimum module. Two propulsion motor is there. Say for example, one for this direction and another one for this direction. This propulsion motor is basically a synchronous motor. So usually by means of controlling a frequency, we can able to control the speed of the motor. Of course, that need excitation, DC excitation. That also provided from the same bus bar. We are we are supplying the alternator. Okay, we are supplying the this is connected to an alternator. So from that, it is generating a DC supply. That converted alternator output is usually AC. Using a rectifier output, okay, we are getting a DC that will be given to a excitation. And this is for somewhat another end of that. We are connecting, we are taking the power for other purposes. We are stepped down from 6.6 kV to 220 voltage 60 hertz for some other purposes. We are having a two additional generators. One is auxiliary generator and another one is the emergency generator. Usually auxiliary generator at the beginning it may be needed or at the time of any in Antarctic region where we have to need additional power, more amount of power to break ice and make path to the ship. Okay, for the propulsion purpose, we are need emergency generators also. That emergency generators are usually rating is low voltage compared to this one. It is only 440 voltage 50 hertz. Okay, because sometimes not only for the propulsion purpose we need emergency generator, sometimes even for hoteling loads, okay, for the lighting or for hotels furnaces and also we may need. At that time the voltage required is only 440 voltage, directly it can be taken. If it has to feed to the bus bar, then it has to be connected through the step-up transformer. Usually, the step-up transformer will do that purpose. It will, whatever the 440 voltage will be stepped up to 6.6 kV. Additional power also may be provided to it. This is a very basic structure of any ship high voltage system. So, if you are asked to describe how the ship high voltage system, obviously you have to draw the circuit having a two parallel line. The first line is exclusively acting as a bus bar. They are having four generator, main generator 6.6 kV. So whatever may be the power electrons. So here, as far as the motor connection, it is connected by two means. Two means. One is for supply. Suppose I already told that there is a possibility of getting power back from the motor when the braking operation takes. Suddenly, I want to break the operation. I want to stop the propeller arrangement. So immediately I can stop this. But even after that, it will keep on moving. So because of the water flow, So this propeller will be keep on rotating. So at that time it will be acting because the DC excitation is there. This will be acting as a generator. So that power can be fed back to the source, fed back to the source where we can able to use it for so many other motors, or even I can take it for the 220 voltage system there. If I provided further a rectifier and battery arrangement, we can able to store that. So that's why there's a two different converters. So because of so many switches are all there will be a problem of harmonics will be there. So I have to provide harmonic filter that is in the left extreme corner. I have to provide the arrangement for harmonic filter. And likewise in right side also I can able to show here harmonic filter. So these extreme corners having harmonic filters and remaining power I can able to take. This is this basic ship high voltage system. Any basic ship high voltage system. That is what I described. So high voltage generation from a central power station for all the ship in electrical services on large passenger ship with electrical propulsion. Each generator may be rated about 10 megawatts. Suppose a very large cruise ship, so it maybe need a 50 megawatt. So I need a 5 different generators with each with the capacity of 10 megawatt that is producing 6.6 volt kilo kV and 60 hertz. So usually for a shipping purpose motors and all, usually they are all manufactured in the foreign countries. You know that Indian countries they are in India inside India for the domestic purpose. We are all produced only motors which is can be run in a 650 hertz supply. In India, standard frequency supply frequency is 50 hertz, but whereas the most of the foreign countries they are used 60 hertz only. So these type of accessories, components, mainly the propulsion component, electrical components like motors and all, uh, that has to be decided. That has to be decided properly and designed properly. If we are used the Indian motor, then obviously we have to go for a power electronic system or any bus bar arrangement which is having a 50 hertz system. If it is a foreign ship or foreign company where they are design and manufacturing or producing the thing, that has to be with a 60 hertz supply. Of course, propulsion electric motors. Okay, that also with a 12 megawatt each is there. So these are all the things. Mainly they are using direct online starting. Direct online starting from straight away from bus bar. The motor is connected. Whenever a propulsion is a requirement, they are directly doing. Okay, so instead of we are supplying through a power modulator, there is a very much possible to control the current and voltage. And mainly we have seen that two forward thrusters and three air conditioning compressors. Air conditioning compressor has already told that since in terms of megawatt, each switch may be this much size. So ACR, it is not like what we are using in laboratory where it is a very low voltage. Even you can hold it in your hand with the two fingers. But whereas for a 10 megawatt power rating of each generator, so whereas the motor capacity of 12 megawatt, of course we may have to go for a 2000 amperes of SCR. That may be very big size. This will be producing enormous amount of heat. So automatically, if you are not properly taking away this heat, there will be a huge problem in the life cycle of the particular component maker. So for that purpose only, we are using air conditioning compressors. So this is a high voltage arrangement. Of course, we have already discussed 440 voltage. And this is another one in detail, how this generator shed is connected. From that, we can able to get AC, DC, and DC to AC. Suppose, for example, if I go for various other input, okay, apart from the diesel, apart from the fossil fuel, if some other means, if I'm able to produce power, that power may be a very flexible. Say, for example, I'm using a PV panel, okay, very big PV panels, and PV farm and windmills arrangement and etc. Obviously, based on the wind speed or based on the uh, whatever may be the light intensity that may be varying. In that case, in order to give a fixed voltage, where there is a need of a two-stage conversion. So one stage it will be converted to AC to DC, fixed DC. In another stage, whatever the DC voltage that will be converted to AC. The two-stage conversion that also will be used. So after that, it will be stepped up to a very high voltages and other things. That is what here that is mentioned. These are all the things already you know, solid state switching principle and all. We already studied how the rectifier and arrangement. First, next we will see what are all the types of high voltages. Of course, this many high voltage types are there. We are interested in only high voltage AC and high frequency. Okay, say for example, here third case, high AC voltages of high frequency, high AC voltages of power frequency. So usually almost 95 percentage of the electric propulsion system, they are using the second case only. We are not using any so far, not much high DC voltages is used in the ship arrangement. When the second and third cases only mainly used. Why 95 percentage of the electric propulsion system is using a second one means when we are going for high AC voltage with a power frequency is nothing but 50 hertz. If you are able to generate by means of a power electronics converter, I can able to convert them as a high frequency. So there is no any problem if I am using any power modulator. Further changing the frequency because that is a main parameter by which only I am controlling the speed of a motor, propulsion motor. So there I need not to worry about that. So 95%. If you want to adapt, if you want to get, if you want to eliminate the role of these things, then high voltage or high frequency, high voltage system also that is used. That is exclusive one. That is very rare one. 95 percentage only high voltage power frequency, whereas 5% only these type of things. So other type of high voltages and all is exclusively in the for the transmission and lightning over voltages during the transient voltages and all. So our intention to study about mainly about high voltages of power frequency only. So obviously, when you go for when you want to double the voltage, suppose I'm having I'm producing some voltage. I want to double the voltage. This here the voltage doubler circuit is there. Here there is a two different voltages is there. So by which it is using a particular inverter arrangement, I can able to invert to AC. Okay, that inverted AC can be given. So automatically, whatever the AC supply given, I can able to step up the voltage. After stepping up the voltage, I make it a DC. So here it is obviously it is out of scope. So if it's only for the purpose of you should know how we can able to voltage double because yeah, as far as the SIP is concerned, high voltage, high frequency, power frequency alone we are doing. So we are not doing any DC voltage, high voltage DC. High alternating voltage. Usually they are using this type of cascade arrangement. In cascade arrangement, what they are doing is 11 kV supply. If you see the primary side winding compared to second side winding is more. From there we can able to get two different voltage rating. If you are tapping at the lower side, I can able to get 99. If I full rating means 100 kV. So that's once again will be given to another one transformer. That is cascaded arrangement, second transformer. From that, I can able to once again step up to 200 or 199 kV. Then once again, I can able to 300 kV. So if you see from 11 1 kV supply, from 1 kV supply, I can able to step up to 300 kV. This is using a cascade arrangement of transformer. In this cascade arrangement of transformer, three transformers are used. So the output, secondary output of one transformer will be the primary input of another one transformer. Likewise, if I arrange the transformer in a cascaded arrangement, this is how normally in a ship high voltage is assumed. Say for example, here I am producing, suppose I want to have a 6.6 kV, so where I am having only 450 voltages alternator. So by means of 3 or 4 of transformer alignment, I can able to get 6.6 kV. Instead of going for 6.6 kV alternator directly, there is a possibility of getting. We have seen one uh, emergency generator. There actually the rated voltage is only 440 voltage only. But required voltage, bus bar requirement is 6.6 kV. So this is how that voltage is arranged. Okay, and yeah, this is a example of a cascaded. How it will look like cascaded transformer. This is for 1600 kV, 9.6 kV. Okay, but this much huge size we will not use in the ship arrangement. In a normal plains, in normal for the plain or in the countryside for a power transmission line, how these cascaded transformers are used to step up the voltage. This is what here we are seeing. Obviously, this will go very high. Of course, high DC voltages we are not interested because in a ship arrangement we are only using high voltage power frequency transformers. I think with this, I think these are all remaining thing we already seen converter types and its output and all. We already seen. Okay. Any clarification? Any clarification?
No, sir.
No. Okay. So here we have seen the layout today.
No, sir.
Today we have seen only what is a high voltage layout of chip. The basic model we have taken. Basic model which is giving a 6.6 kV bus bar with a 60 hertz. For that, we are using a 4 alternator and 2 motors also we are using propulsion motors as a synchronous motor. In one side, we are using one harmonic filter and another experiment we are using another harmonic filter. Suppose there is a need of auxiliary generators also, maybe at the beginning, starting, okay, or for tug the ship. So where there is a very small amount of power, remaining alternator need very small amount of power to positioning the particular ship. For this type of thing, we can use auxiliary generator. There is a one additional emergency generators also is there, mainly when additional power requirement, maybe in the hoteling or maybe in the furnace or maybe for the illumination purpose, or sometimes when they have to break ice. Suppose any iceberg in Antarctic region or other regions where their propulsion power is not sufficient, at that time they are in order. So for that we have seen only a basic module, and that can be power generation can be achieved by so many means. Existing system of using a diesel for electrical propulsion, that is also is there. Nowadays, renewable energy also can contribute future. It's there is a possibility of contributing. So for that, how to do that also in the second layout we have seen that. Apart from that, there are so many high voltages also. That DC also we can able to do high voltages and etc.